Now, in the first station of the cross, in this journey with Jesus, we have the moment where the woman anoints Jesus' feet. Are you looking at it right now? This happened 6 days before the Passover. Jesus had come to Bethany, a town near Jerusalem where Lazarus lived. And Jesus had raised Lazarus from the dead there. His sisters, Mary and Martha, lived there with their brother, and a dinner was given in Jesus' honor. Now Martha served the meal, while Lazarus was among those who were reclining at the table with him. And then Mary took about a pint of pure nard. That's a very, very expensive perfume. And in front of everybody at the dinner party, she poured it on the feet of Jesus. Now this was quite a scandal, because first, you didn't waste that kind of perfume in cleaning people's feet. Cleaning the feet of your guest was a common occurrence in old times because they didn't have shoes, they wore sandals, and your feet would get dusty. But Mary takes the most expensive perfume, nard, and she pours it on Jesus' feet, and then she shocks everyone by wiping his feet with her hair. This is almost too intimate to watch. And the Bible tells us that the house was filled with the fragrance of the perfume that Mary had put on Jesus' feet. Now, one of Jesus' disciples, Judas Iscariot, you know who he is. He later betrayed Jesus. He objects. By the way, Judas was the treasurer of the disciples, so he was always thinking about money. And he says to Jesus, "Why was this perfume sold? Why wasn't it sold? And the money given to the poor? It's easily worth a year's wages. Why is it being wasted on Jesus' feet?" Now, Judas didn't say this because he cared about the poor, but because he was a thief. And as a keeper of the money bag, he used to help himself to what was put in it. And he wasn't going to get any of the profit from perfume that was used to anoint Jesus. You know what Jesus' response was to Judas's objection? He says, "Leave her alone." Leave her alone, Jesus says. It was intended that she should save this perfume for this day, right before my burial. This act is a prediction that Jesus is going to die, because you would anoint the dead body with precious oils and perfumes. And Jesus said this in John 12. It's in verses 1 to 8 if you want to read it. He said, "You know, you're always going to have the poor among you, but you're not always going to have me among you like this in the flesh." This is a very holy moment. It is the ultimate expression of sacrifice and love as Jesus is anointed before his burial in advance. It's a prophetic move. As you look at this picture, I want you to keep your eyes open, but pray with me. Father, what this woman did was so extravagant, and yet it was so intimate. An intimate act of worship, almost too intimate to even watch. But it was done out of pure love. Father, I want my love to be that extravagant and intimate for you. May my worship flow freely each day in celebration of all that Jesus has done for me. Amen.